Welcome to another ID4 video. Today, we're going to be covering my thoughts on build quality, maintenance, and reliability. Okay, let's dive into build quality of the ID4, starting with the exterior. Spoiler alert, this vehicle has very tight gaps that, to the naked eye, look like they match anywhere and everywhere you look on the car. The front hood line has equal spacing all the way around. The gaps between the doors are nearly identical, with straight lines starting from top, going all the way to the bottom. The hatch on the rear shows equal spacing as well, and overall, anything I complain about the exterior of the car would be nitpicking, except for this one small thing. On the outside of the door panel here, on the passenger side, this is the only gap, so to speak, that's on the ID4 that I can see that might need to be corrected. So if I come down here, this might be hard to capture on camera, you can see that the very bottom of the car sticks out. The front passenger door sticks out ever so slightly, probably a couple millimeters there. And something that we've talked to VW about, they mentioned that maybe they could, take it to a body shop and do something about it. Honestly, it's not that big of a deal that you're gonna really notice it unless you're looking for it. It took us quite a few weeks to even see it. So if that's the only thing that we have on the outside of the car that we can complain about, I think VW did a pretty dang good job. I want to talk about the hatch here, as it seems like sometimes competitors can struggle with lining up the hatch correctly. And I just want to report that the lines on the ID4 here with the hatch are perfect. Absolutely perfect. And if they're not perfect, not something you can see from the naked eye, the lines look amazing. They go down straight. And that's really important, not only for the operation of the trunk, but also just the look of it. When your lines of the back of your car are off, it really just makes it look cheap and weird. Very happy to report that they've done an excellent job centering this piece. And from my naked eye, absolutely cannot tell if there's any type of misalignment whatsoever. Looks beautiful. Talk about the quality of the doors themselves. And I'll just say, these things feel just like an Audi Q5 or anything like that. Very solid, very sturdy, absolutely no rattles. Even when I have the window down, as you can see right here, you shut the door, very solid thunk. You get almost no play whatsoever with the inside glass. It doesn't give any type of glassy or tinny sound. And on the inside, even though this is not one gigantic panel, as you can kind of see where there's some trim line here, it feels like one solid panel. So even if you grab onto this plastic piece, you get no rattles, shakes, any kind of movement whatsoever. The door itself, there's no play whatsoever with that. And of course on the bottom, one big solid plastic piece. And on the outside, this is actually something that doesn't move. It just sits there on the body of the car, but you push the button on the inside, that's what opens the door. And otherwise, nothing to complain about here, guys. The interior build quality of the ID4 is just as good as the exterior. In my opinion, the two most important things that matter about interior build quality are squeaks and rattles, and the cabin noise you get from either the wind or the road. I'm happy to report that this car has no rattles, minor wind noise, and only some road noise due to the 20-inch wheels that came with our trim. Certainly nothing that would be considered unacceptable. You might have heard, but maintenance for electric vehicles typically isn't a whole lot. The ID4 is no exception. We have owned this car for 7 months and just over 11,000 miles. In that time, we have paid literally $0 for any maintenance work. In fact, the ID4 has only been to the dealership twice. Once for a 30-day delivery checkup that VW requested, and another for a 10,000 mile checkup where, as far as I was told, they tested the batteries, nuts and bolts, and other electronics. All told, we spent less than 2 hours combined at the dealership for this. Nothing needed to be fixed or replaced, and they put this sticker on our windshield that's kind of funny, saying our next visit is scheduled for the end of next year. Talk about no maintenance. The only item I'd note is that the car is pretty heavy, and because of that, it is likely going to need tires faster than other vehicles. So you may spend a little bit more money replacing them than you would on a gas SUV of this size. I have heard stories of people getting a partial refund on tires that they wear before the warranty mileage, but I haven't had to deal with this myself just quite yet, so I don't want to give an opinion on this. Finally, we've reached the last segment today, reliability, and this is going to be pretty short. This car has been every bit as reliable as any gas-powered car we have ever owned. It has never failed to turn on, it has never failed to charge, and it has never left us stranded. The car software still has some quirkiness to it, including glitches and things that need to be ironed out. However, resetting the infotainment screen or walking away from the car for a few minutes and letting it rest and restarting has always corrected those issues. Things that impact drivability are extremely rare. After over 11,000 miles and a few relatively long road trips, we feel very confident in the ID4, and the thought never crosses our mind that we're going to have to worry about it not working the way it's supposed to. And the ID4 warranty is pretty solid. It comes with the 4-year or 50,000 mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, which is better than the Ford Mustang Mach-E's 3-year and 36,000 mile bumper-to-bumper warranty. And it has an 8-year, 100,000 mile battery warranty, so you're not going to have to worry too much about getting anything fixed out of pocket for years to come.